Hey guys, it's Castro72 and I'm here with my June 2012 pickups. I went to the disc replay and I did find a Game Boy game called Raging Fighter. It's a Rarity 3 valued at $5. I got this for $2.99. It's made by Konami. It's a one-on-one fighting game, sort of like in the vein of Street Fighter 2, and I know it was brought out back in the day when games like Street Fighter 2 were super popular. Everybody made clones of it. And Konami made this one for the Game Boy. Now there's only 2 buttons on the Game Boy, so I'm assuming one's punch and one's kick, but I haven't played it yet. I don't think it's probably as complex as Street Fighter 2, but it looks interesting. Anyway, Raging Fighter. I also found Jet Force Gemini for the N64. This is a Rarity 1, valued at $8. I got this for $2.99, just like a Raging Fighter, same price. I've always passed this one up in thrift stores. I don't know why. It's supposedly a really good game made by Rare, the guys who made Banjo-Kazooie. I'm glad to have added it to my collection. I also got a game off of Amazon.com called Ekai Katana for the Xbox 360. I got this for $39.99. I didn't even know about this game. I got an email, I guess, from Amazon.com that suggested it to me, based on my prior purchases. They said, well, you might enjoy this game. And it was Ekai Katana, and I looked it up on Wikipedia, and it's a bullet hell shooter. It's like one of those space shooters where there's the screen is filled with bullets. And anyway, I always try to get these weird Japanese import type games that come, that are released here in the U.S. because they're really hard to find. Most of the time on Xbox 360 we just get first-person shooters and these epic adventure games. It's always good to have a good arcade-style shooter show up on there, and 2D fighters. When I see 2D fighters, I try to pick those up too on Xbox 360. Next, I got an iToy from GameStop. And I got the silver one, and I got this for 48 cents. I'll be honest, I don't know why I picked it up. I just said, well, it's 48 cents, I'll pick it up. iToy, so kind of outdated now that we have Connect, but anyway, got that for my collection. I also went to the Unique Thrift Store, and I got a couple games there. I got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets for the Game Boy Advance, $2.25. I also got Shrek Wreaking Havoc. I got this for $2.25 as well. 2 little Game Boy games. And I found Columns for the Sega Genesis. Just the cartridge, no instructions, no case. Rarity 2, valued at $5. I got this for $1.99. I have Columns on some compilation cards. I think the Genesis 6-pack cart has Columns, and I have that, but I've never found it as a single cart like this, so I'm glad to have it. I do have Columns 3 for the Genesis that's complete in box with instructions, but I never found this one, which is a lot easier to find, which is more common. Glad to finally have that. I found Missile Command for the PlayStation. Missile Command is a Rarity 1, valued at $3. I got it for $1.50. And unfortunately, I went through my PlayStation collection, and I guess I already had this game, but that happens every now and then. I forgot that I had it. I rebought it, but $1.50 isn't too much to spare, so it's not too bad. I also got Arcade's Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection, Rarity 3, valued at $12. And I got this for $1.50. And I had this game, I do have this game on the Sega Saturn, but I never had it on the PS1. My brother gave me the Sega Saturn version years and years ago. I also found Twisted Metal 3. It's a Rarity 1, valued at $5. I got this for $1.99. It's complete, of course, and the disc is pristine, actually. I also found Final Fantasy VII, Rarity 1, valued at $7. Got this for $1.99. I already had this game, and I picked it up because it's the black label, and again, it was complete, it was pristine. I decided to pick it up just because it's black label. Maybe I could trade for it. I know some people want that title. Next, I got something from the Salvation Army. I found a 32X game, Sega 32X game. WWF Raw, Rarity 3, valued at $5. I got it for $2.99. Now, it is complete, in box. Only problem is, instruction manual, I guess it was waterlogged, and I can't turn the pages. It's all stuck together. it's cardboard, and so it's complete. It's just the manual is totally useless because it was waterlogged. The cartridge is actually fine. Just a little scratch up here on the label, but that's about it. I'm surprised. Like if this thing was submerged, like in a flood or someone's basement flood, only the manual got messed up. I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure it works. I also went to the Brown Elephant resale shop, and I found an N64 controller for $3. Now, I got this one because I've never seen this color before. It's like kind of a neon yellow see-through. I don't know, do you guys know, was there an N64 of the same color? But anyway, I had never seen it, so I picked it up. I also found Play Action Football, a Rarity 1, valued at $2 for the Game Boy. I got this for $1. Came with the case, which is very hard to open for some reason. This particular one, it's like jammed in there. I don't know why. Okay. Oh my gosh, it took all my strength to get that open, but there it is. This is like the hardest case to open. Like none of my other cases are like that. I also went to Half Price Books, and I found Tecmo Super Baseball, Rarity 2, valued at $2. Got it 99 cents. I mean, pretty cheap. And this one is complete in box, with a manual that is still, I'm still able to use. So I was pretty happy with that. Not too bad. Baseball, it's going in the collection. I also went to a pawn shop called Cash Traders. And the guy cut me a deal actually on these two games. I got Daedalian Opus for the Game Boy, and it was originally marked at $2.99. He gave it to me $1.83. It's a Rarity 2 valued at $3, and it's a puzzle game. It has a strange name. I don't know, if I was a little kid looking at Game Boy games back in the day, I would pass this one up just because of the name, Daedalian Opus. I think I looked it up on Wikipedia. It might mean something. But, you know, obviously you don't have access to Wikipedia back in the early 90s. So, anyway, I can't wait to try that out. I think it's a puzzle game. I also found Metal Walker. It's a Rarity 3 valued at $5. I got this for $1.83. It was marked at $2.99. The guy cut me a deal. And it's kind of like Capcom's Pokemon, actually. Can't wait to try it. Last but not least, I went to Florida for my cousin's wedding. It was down in the Keys. Key West. And the thing is, I had to fly into Fort Lauderdale with my brother before we drove down there. And there was a swap mart there. And at that swap mart, there was this one dealer who had like tons of SNES games, NES games, Game Boy games, Sega Genesis games. And I was rummaging through it, all this stuff. And like, oh my gosh, he had these tubs of SNES games. And the thing is, there was little pools of water in them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it must have rained the night before. And like, he didn't get the water out. But that's how it is at swap marts, you know, they're like really messy. But he had this game in there, Power Pigs of the Dark Age, which is a Rarity 4 valued at $9. The guy knew his stuff, he knew it was rare. He even told me, oh, you got a rare game there. He sold it to me for $10. But I'm happy to find it because I've never seen this out in the wild. It's by Titus, and you know, Titus has really rare titles like on all systems. They always have low distribution. And I got this game. It plays okay, it's kind of goofy. But yeah, Power Pigs of the Dark Age, Rarity 4 valued at $9. I got it for $10. Probably my biggest win of the month. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in again, and see me next month. Happy gaming.